I knew this eclipse was going to kick the batootie out of some curses because we got Pluto in Aquarius and like the changing of the curses, ancestral, long time waiting, new era, etc. But the stuff that I'm realizing, girl, keep me away from that forever. I cannot believe the entire time that I have been going through, basically since right before my career here kicked off at like the end of 2020, there was like multiple people around me at that time. Kind of F all of them. And also, there was a couple of them that specifically placed around me, magically speaking, where I was just young, naive. I didn't know any better. Had I maybe been raised with some love and some care a little differently than the way that I was raised, I might have seen through it, but I wasn't. So anyways, talk about curse work, right? Because that's one thing that they don't tell you about curse work. I'm going to lose it a little bit, okay? That's one thing they don't tell you about curse work. When you go to put a curse or a hex or a whatever on somebody baneful, right? When you go and do that, dependent upon the spirits around you, what is called for, etc. If anybody in that lineage is ever going to be a practitioner, there's a lot of different like things that could happen, right? That shit might stick for like several hundred years. It could be there for a long time. I'm not saying that it will be, but it could be. So now imagine that you're going to go put a curse on somebody who's already wrapped up in a curse like that. You're, with the possibility, maybe going to get some things handed to you. That comes from a lot of different perspectives of the experiences that I've had. But going back to the point, there was a couple people around me when I started doing this work professionally, because I have been doing this work for free. For free 99, okay? For free. For a long time with people that I would meet at like just random places. Like I was studying magic constantly. I was just doing my thing. I was studying magic. I was meditating. I had crazy gifts. I had all this opportunity. It was good. I had good luck. Great luck. Honestly, my luck. I was born with the luckiest luck that I could ever luck, which I suppose non-ironically is the truth. But I've been through several years now of the girl, fuck them trick ass, whack ass, bitch ass hoes. What the fuck? That's really how I feel today. I don't ever cuss on this page. I don't ever, but I'm gonna. Because how does it make sense that to undo a curse within my lineage that has been there for hundreds of years, the only way to get rid of it was to get cursed by multiple people through specifically magic work. And then now to be on the other side of that 6 years later, 7 years later, do not come for me with 6, 7. Not the mood, not the place, not the time. Anyways, not only is it all over, I haven't talked to those people in a long time. I spent so much time, so much energy, so much resource, okay, to help these people. Girl, not ever again. The way that I'm feeling today, I have seen so much in my life. And I realized, you know what I realized today? This is a crazy realization. Thank you to the eclipse, right? I realized today that I am successful and I carry myself well and I do well for myself. Thank me and thank the gods, okay? I do pretty good. So I carry myself like that in the world. Looking at me, you might not ever realize because of that, because I work hard, I stay dedicated, I stay disciplined, etc. I do the things I need to do. You might not ever think that I have suffered in the ways that I have suffered. However, I have a lot of suffering underneath of my story that probably a lot of people are never going to know about. Because first of all, it's nobody's business. Second of all, who am I to tell stories and claim victimhood when I could just stand the fuck up and get some more done? You know, that's my attitude about it. It has been for a long time. Talk about survivor mentality. Anyways, bro, why? So with that realization, going back to that point, with that realization that you might look at me and never think that I have struggled really, really, really deeply and intensely and suffered really deeply and intensely because I carry myself the way I do in the world, you might look at me and underestimate me, which has been a theme throughout my life, okay? I quite often get underestimated, which used to bother me because I know how capable I am and I know how well I do in especially situations where the pressure is on. So you might look at me, think that, and think that you might be able to take advantage of me, or at least in my experience that has happened, okay? The etceteras of that sort of situation. And I, on top of that realization, had another realization with this eclipse. This I'm about to say, and all y'all, okay? This all y'all is not pointed directly towards you. This all, y'all, is directly pointed towards people who would look at me and underestimate me and think that they could use me for their own gain in whatever it is that they're working on. To all y'all, all of you can get fucked, dude. I will never deal with that ever again. I will never take no for an answer, and I will be coming for everything that I want and everything that I desire. And at this point, anything that stands in the way of me, I will knock it over, and I don't care. I have played enough games with people throughout the years to have learned how to play sort of every game that I would need to play to survive, to make it to my destination, whatever the case. At this point, let me be finished with that. I'm here to play my own game, and I'm done trying to appease other people and please other people, which I've been working through people pleaser BS for a long time. Okay, so nothing new, but also, girl, I wouldn't want to stand in my way. With the way that I'm feeling and how my brain has been working today, I finally feel back to myself. Not only do I finally feel back to myself, I'm coming back with the rage that I didn't know that I had. It is not a rage in a cage anymore. It is not something that is bound up inside of me. It is something that is fruitful and it is free, and I will use it as I wish. And I'm sick and tired. Thank God not anymore. I have been sick and tired for like 4 months now. I actually feel better. Thank God. Okay. Thank you, God. That's the truth. And thank the goddess, too. Girl, if anybody, with the way that, listen, me sit up. For anyone who has ever been through whatever you've been through, and you know that you haven't really done anything wrong, because the other way that I'm feeling today, especially with Saturn moving into Aries, what the fuck about me? What about me? As a Saturn in Aries in my 11th house, I have had to worry about other people for a very long time. But fuck it. If you have ever had to deal with, and yeah, this time I am talking to you if this is applicable, okay? Remember the all y'all rules from earlier, those no longer apply. Okay. If you have ever been through some stupid ass shit and people underestimated you and you've been taken advantage of and you have been lied to and you've been tricked and you've been deceived and there's been deceit and betrayal and whatever else in the situation, may you rise far above your enemies and be able to take your prize with whatever you want. I am just done. I'm not sick and tired, but I am done. And thankfully I feel better and I'm done witnessing people who really care about the world and truly, really love, real lovers who love without the purpose for a transaction or a gain or some sort of trade, okay? People who love because they love. I am done watching those people, including myself, okay? Am I like that in every situation? Not these days. But my heart is pure like that. That's the truth. And I'm done watching people like that get taken advantage of and not have the ability to bring a sword against their enemy again. What? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Leave saving the world to the men? Absolutely not. I don't know if you get that reference. I sound like that in my head sometimes. Anyways, girl, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. From here on out, I will be that crazy bitch. If that's really what people want to say about me and the way that I'm about to start moving in the world, that's fine. That can be your own problem, because guess what? It's definitely not mine, because you make it my problem and I'm going to make it 10 times worse to be whoever's problem. Tried to, twist it and whatever. Yeah. Anyways, that's been my eclipse. How are you? Hopefully pretty good. Even though I have a rageful, and also thank the gods I have the rageful fire within me. I am so grateful that it is here. I feel awake and alive again. Okay. So rageful fire and all, it's been pretty good. My eclipse have been pretty good. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep because I've been processing a lot, but it's been pretty good. How's your eclipse? Hopefully also pretty good. Hopefully there's a lot of power claiming back. Hopefully you're doing your thing. Hopefully it's good. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you. I don't even know if I'm going to post this. This was a lot of yelling and a lot of cussing. Ooh. Also, I just noticed I have stuff in my teeth. Please disregard that. I just had a snack. Okay. With that said, gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Keep up the brew you do. I will too. As it is over here. That's what we do. And I'll talk to you soon. Also true. I have had my foot on certain spirits' necks for a long time, but I'm about to come for more. Y'all better watch out. It's about to get crazy in here. See you then.